Hello, hi lovely Virgos, and welcome to your monthly love forecast for July 2017. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Bella. Most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and how I give my forecast is actually with the help of my spirit guides. That's how I work in my everyday services, and that's how I do my readings. So a bit different to some people that you might see on YouTube, but that's how I work. Also, firstly, just before I continue with this reading, I just wanted to thank everybody for the lovely comments and the support, and for all my new subscribers. I feel very blessed, and I thank you very much for your trust in what my guides are wanting to convey as well. Also, just to let you know that on the 3rd of July, I am running a free 5-day Tarot and Psychic Ability workshop, and you can sign up for that. The first date of it, the first free 5 days, are on the 3rd of July, and also it lasts for up to 2 weeks, so it will finish basically by the time 14 days after the 3rd of July. So if you do want to sign up for that, just go to my website at bellathesecretpsychic.com, and there are also some links down below also to that too, so that you don't miss out on joining on that free 5-day challenge. So this is your Virgo forecast for July, and we'll just see what comes out. We'll see what happens. And also, most of you who know that when I do this, it's one take. I only ever do one take of this. It's live. Sometimes you'll hear my dog snoring in the background, or anything could happen basically, but usually it's good. So my guides, the way they want to start your month when it comes to July is like this. They pretty much start saying that magic can happen. They're saying magic can happen, magic will happen, magic does happen. It's almost like, like when Peter Pan says, you need to say, do you believe in fairies? Because if you do that, then basically, a fairy survives or something. It's pretty much the same kind of feeling that I'm getting, that if you don't believe that magic can happen, then it won't happen. Like, this is strongly coming across about people's thought forms in this month for all you Virgos, in terms of if you think in the negative, you'll only perpetuate the negative happening in your love life. So that would include if you're single, or if you're in a relationship that's having some hiccups at all. If you think, and you keep continuing to think, that actually change or magic can't happen for you, then pretty much for July, that's how it will be. So that's how they start it. They say, kind of believe in fairies, basically. Believe in magic, because it's going to happen. So in the first week, which pretty much starts from the 3rd of July, I would say here, roughly, my guides are saying here, somebody wants to step forward to you. So if you're single, somebody is wanting to 100% step forward to you, wanting to offer you love and romance in a very generous way. And also for Virgos who perhaps are waiting for somebody to return, that would be the week that they'll be doing it in. So in the first week of July, expect straight away, straight off the bat, that magic to happen, for somebody to step forward in a very genuine way. Now, the interesting thing is, whether you're single, whether you're waiting for somebody to come back, or whether you're in a long-term relationship, there is this feeling at this moment that you have when it comes to love life, and I would say particularly if you are in a long-term relationship or established a relationship, that there is something about you not trusting the authentic words of that person, maybe because of your own past experiences with that person, or if you've been single, just your own experiences of who you had before. So this person seems to be making some efforts, but you're pretty much analysing or dissecting whether they actually mean what they're saying. And this is, again, why my guides are saying here your thought forms are really super important, because you may be making your first week when it comes to love much more hard work than it needs to be, because of some distrust, basically, in your energy at this time, for whatever circumstances that they mean for you, because remember, this is a general reading. Now, it's really important that you believe in magic, and that you can, and I really want to stress, you can really believe the words of what person is trying to offer you, or the love. I think what the problem is not about them loving you, because of course people can say they love people and really mean it, but it's about them putting the action or changing behaviour or doing something that really counts in your eyes. Hence why I think there's an element of you not overanalyzing and saying, okay, well, you say this, but you're not acting like it, or you're not doing anything, so on and so forth. My guides are saying here, give them a chance, because why? Because magic will happen. To almost really believe, because you send the energy to them that helps them to have the confidence to actually do the right thing, basically, and to be the right kind of person for you. By sitting in the I don't trust, or I've seen or heard this all before, you've got to prove it to me. Again, no matter what your status is, this is what my guides are saying here, that if you can believe, this goes to the magic place straight away, other than what is being represented. There is a representation that because you don't trust necessarily this person, because you're seeing for actions and you're waiting for it, that you may be inclined to turn your back on somebody. Now, this could be to actually a really good person that you've met, you're single, they're saying all the right things, but it sounds like they're too charming, or they're too good to be true. And because perhaps maybe they've been a bit slow about things, you're deciding, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to walk on straight away, because I just don't trust. And miss out on something really, really good. This could also be because you've been in a long-term connection, and also, the person's just being difficult maybe recently, and so you're just not trusting that they can do it, so you're withdrawing your energy, your support, and you may even be considering moving out of the relationship. Because my guides are basically saying some of you are going to get stuck in this negative thought form, hence why they are really saying, please shift out of it, start visualizing positive things, start manifesting the best to happen, because the energy and the person in particular wants to do this. So do not miss this opportunity, guys, please, because magic can happen. So there's two things, because I think in the second week, there's some of you who don't listen to this, or maybe see this too late, that may withdraw or turn their back on somebody. And it really was because of insecurities or fears that you may have, of distrust, either of them or of just love in general, and not feeling too hopeful about it. I feel here that because in the third week, I'm getting here, there's two things. Like, for some of you who did not listen and then withdrew, you kind of in the third week understand your own truth, your own vulnerabilities, your own insecurities, and how you're delaying love coming to you in order for you to try to change things around, to kind of in that third week allow that magic to happen. I think if you were single and you met somebody in the first week and then turn your back on them, it would be quite difficult, I would say, to re-engage that person. But at least you would have the truth of understanding that perhaps if you took the risk, I would say, despite any past hurt you may have had, that actually it would have been successful. However, for those of you right from the get-go, do believe in fairies and have believed in magic and have allowed that person to basically prove to you that they're not just talking hogwash, that in that third week they really give you some really honest truths from their heart about where they want to go, what their future plans are, how that includes you. Really good, optimistic, very honest, like bearing all kind of energy from this person, which is going to build trust, because obviously actions prove it. But also, if somebody can take and give you a lot of vulnerability in exposing themselves a little bit, and also their dreams, and that you see that they're very much in line with yours, this is a good thing. This is about keeping a connection. This is about good communication, isn't it? And I think for some of you, in particular for those who perhaps you're in a long-term established relationship, actually it doesn't matter, I don't think. I think it's for any of you. You're just so relieved to finally hear the truth from somebody, and that they shared. And in that truth obviously comes about how they feel about you, or where they're hoping this will go also with you. In that third week, the magic really does happen. My guides just say, like, I feel for some of you, you'll be like almost crying, because I feel like I want to cry, like almost crying, that that person actually did something perhaps you didn't believe they could do or say. And so with tears of joy, you're like, thank you. That really means a lot. And magic does happen, because now I feel like I've won a ticket to Hogwarts or something. And so then in the fourth week, this I guess get bonding, closeness. There falls for some of you that there will be delayed activities. So my guides are saying here some things that perhaps you may have planned will be delayed, but for nothing because of that what that person has done. It's more to do with like outside stuff. So for example, you might have planned to go to Disney World, but then perhaps you didn't think about the money and you don't have it. So there's some things like that that come up. So plans that have been delayed or rescheduled with that significant other. But other than that, I get bonding. I get for some of you, particularly if you're newly dating as well, that there'll be introductions to family and friends that you never met for the first time, also being either done in that fourth week or will be discussed at least in terms of plans of that. I'm also getting here pretty much, this is a very strange thing they're showing me, because it's like a small number of you will also, okay, this is for those who are single. So for those who are single, you know, like sometimes you can, you wait for one really good person to turn up and then more than one comes along at once. So this is where I think they really are showing, the universe is showing the magic, my guys, because if those of you are single, it feels like in the last week you have another choice coming up that is just as good, basically, because I just get in the feeling that for you single Virgos, that in the last week you get a good one. And again, it depends on your mood with that person. You may have let the magic happen or not, but even if you do or you don't, there's another one coming at the end of the month also, which is of the same caliber. So you cannot lose, guys. Magic, magic, magic in the air. And you're my first one I've done today, and it's a really positive one. So the theme for this reading for your month of July is pretty much believe in fairies, believe in magic, because when it comes to your love life, some magic is definitely going to be happening. So I do hope that's been helpful for you today and that's made sense. I do love to hear all your comments. Do like, do share, and if you'd like to subscribe to my Facebook page where I give daily guidance every day, then please visit there, and the links again are just below. And I've been Bella, and you all have an amazing July. Take care.